What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm bringing you 4 brand new cases of Social Security fraud straight from the Inspector General. All subjects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. In this video, we have a Louisiana man who had been collecting his dead wife's Social Security benefits for over 10 years. We have a Maryland man who fraudulently received more than $270,000 in disability benefits while he was actually able and working. We have a disturbing Missouri man who kept his quadriplegic veteran uncle locked in a garage so he could collect his disability benefits. And finally, we have a Missouri woman caught for stealing $174,000 of disability benefits that she was not entitled to. We're also going to talk about the Cooperative Disability Investigations, or CDI unit, and other ways Social Security is cracking down on fraud. Let's get right into it. Our first fraud case involves a 48-year-old Louisiana man named Nathaniel Hopkins. Mr. Hopkins was married to a woman who was receiving Social Security retirement benefits. She was entitled to collect the benefits for the rest of her life. As we have seen many times before, Mr. Hopkins figured that maybe if he didn't report her death, he could continue to receive her benefits. And so that's what he did. Mr. Hopkins didn't report his wife's death in 2014 and continued to receive Social Security benefits intended for his wife for 10 years, totaling $144,000. Eventually, the case drew the attention of the Office of the Inspector General, and they conducted an investigation. They found that Mr. Hopkins' wife had been dead for 10 years. Mr. Hopkins had been committing fraud by collecting his dead wife's SSA benefits from 2014 to 2024. He pled guilty in December 2024 to theft of government funds. On February 19th, 2025, Mr. Hopkins was sentenced to 3 years of probation and ordered to pay $144,000 in restitution, which we all know he will never be able to pay. So what do you think? Is 3 years of probation for stealing $144,000 the right punishment? Do you think Mr. Hopkins will ever pay back the money? Leave us a comment below and let us know what you think. Next, we have a 49-year-old Maryland man named Andrew Langford. Langford filed for Social Security disability benefits, claiming he was unable to work due to a disabling condition. He also applied for child auxiliary benefits for his minor children. He started receiving the benefits but was told he had to notify the agency if he returned to work or if his health improved. A few years later, Langford did return to work and started a business called 7 More Cleaning Solutions. But he didn't report it to the SSA. In all, Langford fraudulently received 7 years' worth of benefits totaling more than $270,000 while he was actually working. Here's where things get even worse for Langford. He fraudulently obtained an employer identification number, or EIN, for new businesses using the IRS website. Instead of using his own Social Security number, he used other businesses in the scheme. This is what's called evidence of guilt. Social Security conducted a CDI, or a Cooperative Disability Investigation. A CDI is conducted when the Social Security Administration suspects fraud, and they begin collecting evidence against the suspect. Evidence can include video surveillance, testimony from neighbors, or eyewitness photos of the suspect conducting fraud. After discovering Langford was running a cleaning service and 2 other businesses while collecting disability benefits, Langford was indicted by a federal grand jury for wire fraud, theft of government property, and failure to disclose an event to the SSA. The wire fraud count carries up to 20 years, theft of government property 10 years, and failure to disclose to the SSA another 5 years. Andrew Langford is still awaiting trial and is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. What do you think? How long should Andrew Langford get? Should he be made to pay back the $270,000? Leave us a comment below and let us know what you think. Next up, we have, I think, one of the most disturbing cases we have reported so far. A 44-year-old Missouri man named Brian Ditch was supposed to be caring for his quadriplegic uncle, a U.S. Army veteran. Brian had been made responsible for his uncle, Thomas Clubb. After he was paralyzed while serving in the U.S. Army, Mr. Clubb had dementia and was unable to control his bowels or use his hands and feet. The VA was paying Mr. Clubb $9,500 a month in disability compensation benefits, and Social Security was sending him about $1,300 a month. Brian Ditch was supposed to use the money to take care of his disabled uncle, but instead, he kept his uncle locked in his garage at the Salem house and under his control 24 hours a day. His uncle was forced to sit in his own urine and feces without the ability to eat or drink. Brian Ditch used his uncle's benefits on himself, buying exotic reptiles, lavish vacations, and enriching himself while his uncle stayed locked in the garage. Let's listen to the prosecutor, Assistant U.S. Attorney Derek Weisema.
This is an abhorrent, reprehensible crime. A crime committed against a family member, a veteran, somebody without the use of their arms and legs. It's a disturbing and flagrant lack of regard for human life. After his uncle passed away, as the indictment alleges, he hid his uncle's body, concealing his body in order to continue his scheme to defraud, to continue to steal those disability benefits even after his uncle passed away.
When his uncle died in 2019, Brian Ditch did not report the death and instead put the body in a freezer and told his relatives that Uncle Clubb was in a nursing home. He continued to collect the benefits for 6 more years until authorities discovered the body on March 21, 2025. They found the dead body wrapped in a trash bag, partially frozen and stuffed inside a garbage can in a shed. They also found 3 shotguns, which Brian Ditch was not allowed to have because he is a convicted felon. In all, Brian Ditch stole more than $650,000 from the Veterans Administration and $235,000 of Social Security disability benefits. Ditch was indicted on Wednesday, May 7th, 2025, and charged with 4 felony counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of aggravated identity theft, 2 counts of theft of government property, and 1 count of being a felon in possession of a firearm. If there was ever a case of lock him up and throw away the key, this is it, folks. In my opinion, this guy should either get the chair or life in prison. So what do you think? What should happen to Brian Ditch? Let us know what you think in comment section below. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Our last case involves a 54-year-old woman from Missouri named Star Lumos, who also goes by the name Star Rodriguez. This soccer mom with 3 children filed for Social Security disability benefits back in 2009. She collected SSDI benefits from 2009 to 2024, but was supposed to report any improvement in her ability to work or any income that she receives from work to the SSA. Star did not report that to the SSA. In fact, she started a wedding and event planning business with her adult daughters and did not report her physical abilities, her income, or her ownership in the business to the SSA. In all, she received more than $174,000 of disability fraud. CDI investigators uncovered the fraud after multiple surveillance operations were conducted. Federal law requires individuals receiving disability benefits to report any income or work activity that could affect their eligibility. Star was indicted on 1 count of theft of government money and 1 count of concealing information from the Social Security Administration. The charge of theft of government money carries sentence of up to 10 years in prison. The charge of concealing information is up to 5 years in prison. Star turned herself in on April 24th, 2025 and pled not guilty to the charges. She is awaiting her day in court. What do you think? Should Starr be collecting SSDI benefits while operating a business? If guilty, how much time should Starr get? Leave us a comment down below. We want to hear what you think, and don't forget to subscribe because we're going to provide updates of these criminals and the sentences they got. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Click the link above to watch the next video of Social Security fraud. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.